We haven't had a single decent Call of Duty run since the good old years of 2007 through 2012. Every single Call of Duty after that has had some sort of controversy or has been unanimously disliked by a good margin of the community. I remember the whole selling point of COD World War II attempting to bring everyone back in with the whole boots on the ground thing for Call of Duty after Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, all of those games. And personally, I don't think COD World War II is that bad of a game. Even before the whole Division overhaul, I really liked the game at launch and I played it a lot. The game wasn't terrible, but you can tell that it wasn't up to par with some of the other Call of Duty games, and hell, even the peak classics that came out back in 2008 and 9. The Division system they added into creative class made sense in theory, but in execution it was just horrid, at least in my opinion, since I'm pretty sure there was one that everyone just ran over everyone else. I think it was just that good. But this video isn't about COD World War II, so let's move on. Black Ops 4 was the next Call of Duty to release from this standpoint in 2018. I didn't play it, and the only thing that stood out about this game was Blackout, because multiplayer, while I did enjoy, I was on Fortnite. I didn't really play that much of Black Ops 4 until like after the fact, and even now when I want to play zombies, I'm playing on my computer. I need elixirs to play these maps, I'm sorry. This here marks the end of the classic Call of Duty era in my opinion. Every game after Black Ops 4 is indicative of the modern era of Call of Duty, starting with Modern Warfare 2019, the game that I'm honestly not too fond of, okay? I can honestly talk about this game in its own video, but that's a whole can of marbles I'm willing to open another day if you guys want me to do that. But the significance of this game is that Call of Duty's second and current attempt at a battle royale released this year, Warzone. Well, it didn't release with the release of the game, it released in 2020, but Warzone came out with this game. And though a few updates and a shutdown, reopening and rebranding, they just dropped that shit and went straight back to Warzone. Warzone is a free-to-play battle royale that took place on one of the biggest maps in Call of Duty history, Verdansk. And while this map has changed over the years, such as Verdansk 84 to promote Cold War, Area 99, El Marzra, and Modern Warfare 3's Uzbekistan, or however you pronounce that. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I'm not gonna lie, Warzone wasn't something I got into until recently, and you can think I'm sinful for that because this nigga is hilarious.
Have I had this shot free R. Kelly? Oh my god, just not in my neighborhood!
But anyway, after Modern Warfare 2019, we got 2020's Black Ops Cold War, and I actually really enjoyed this game. I went pretty decently far into the Camo Grind. I know I didn't get Dark Matter. I definitely got Diamond for both multiplayer and zombies though, so I did my fair share of Cold War. As much as I did like the zombies though, it did feel like an afterthought in my opinion because they wanted us to like Outbreak, and a good majority of us didn't like Outbreak, and I'm not gonna lie, I just don't like the idea of having my progression be locked behind external factors outside of killing zombies. Like, say what you want about round-based zombies, but you do not have to do the Easter egg to get fulfillment after playing that one game of zombies. But if you play Outbreak, you can't really go anywhere past round 1 if you don't do any of the challenges, and you don't get points at the same rate. Zombies spawn slower obviously because it's on a bigger map and they expect you to go to higher rounds, so zombies just won't start spawning fast at the beginning of the game. Call of Duty Vanguard. Can we skip this one? Look, okay, this game was not as bad as people made it out to be. The multiplayer was definitely pretty fun besides a good number of the visual glitches. What the f was going on? Anyway, I only played this game's multiplayer, and I'm gonna be so real with you, I only stayed in the small map mosh pit. I didn't even touch zombies because look at this, bro. What is this? And I didn't play the Shino Numa remastered because if I want to go play Shino Numa, I can just go play Shino Numa. What is this? This game was just a World War II version of Modern Warfare 2019. It felt real good to play. The movement was fine and everything was good multiplayer wise. It's just really bland. I don't even think I got a gun gold in this game. I think me and my friend group went back to Cold War until Modern Warfare 2 2022 came out, which segues us into our next game, Modern Warfare 2 2022. Dear God, these titles. Modern Warfare 2 2022 is easily the worst Call of Duty game I've ever played. This game is slow, visually unappealing. Activision really wanted to reel in on that realism, and look where that got us. I did not want to have to put my computer through the misfortune of installing those game files again. Activision thought we wanted realism in this game. No, we wanted fun. What is this? They took away all of your movement, and I'm not even per se the movement type of guy, but not being able to sprint out of your slide was probably one of the most diabolical gameplay removers I've ever seen. Out of all of the Call of Duties I've played this one the least, if not none, during the year this game came out. Yeah, I got a few guns gold because evidently some of the camo challenges were way easier than COD World War II. I mean, look at what the fuck we had to deal with back in the day. I say back in the day like 2021 was, oh my goodness, 2021 was 4 years ago. Goodness, what the, okay. I actually had no clue what I was doing during the year of 2022 to not be playing, because I couldn't just play this game. Just like in 2019, I was stuck in the shipment playlist because that was the only way playing this game would have been bearable. I would have missed out on Modern Warfare 2022 if it wasn't for my goddamn friends. So yeah, I'm blaming this game on them. So with the constant stream of just mediocre Call of Duty games, you would have thought Modern Warfare 3 would have just, you know, been a little bit more of the same. And you're partially right. I really didn't have a way to segue into this, but Modern Warfare 3 2023 is my favorite multiplayer out of the modern Call of Duties. Yes, in my opinion, it's better than 2019, it's better than 2022, it's better than Vanguard, it's better than Cold War. And the reason I'm making this video is because I don't know if I like this game better than Black Ops 6 or not, so we're gonna talk about it. Look, I'll call this game for what it is. Yes, I know it's a $70 DLC. There's no denying that. At the end of the day, it is just Modern Warfare 2, but better. But god damn, they really did do it better. At least for the multiplayer. I'm gonna keep stressing this. I'm just talking about the multiplayer. Zombies is debatable. I low-key enjoyed it. I went out of my way to get Borealis, the mastery camo for zombies. But the campaign, yeah, you might as well go replay the original Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3. The gunplay in this game is amazing. The game looks gorgeous, and I mean, you can say that about all of the modern era Call of Duty games, especially 2019. That was the whole pioneer of this whole modern stuff, and I think there's some stuff that are exclusive to 2019 that never made it back to any of the other Call of Duty, so props to that. So now that Modern Warfare 3 has came and gone, and we now have Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 has been out for about 6 months at this point. How does it stand out? How does it stand up to Modern Warfare 3? Well, multiplayer wise, I feel like I have to keep stating that. Modern Warfare 3 2023, okay, we're just calling it Modern Warfare 3, you know. Modern Warfare 2023 came out November 10th, 2023, and it was not liked at all. Everybody kept looking at this game as what it was originally: downloadable content. It was supposed to be an add-on for Modern Warfare 2, but no, we have to put a whole nother Call of Duty on our systems. Pray for our goddamn storage devices. Once the sentiment about this game being a $70 DLC died off, well, somewhat, and by that I mean Sledgehammer Games took over for working on the multiplayer side of things for the rest of the year, things started to swiftly change. Now, the one thing I do not like about modern Call of Duty is the over-reliance on Fortnite to keep its basis. And what I mean is, ever since Fortnite came out with a battle pass and battle passes became popular, every single Call of Duty has had a battle pass since. It wasn't in COD World War II because COD World War II released alongside Fortnite. Black Ops 4 had one. Modern Warfare 2019 had one. Cold War, you see what I'm trying to say here? And I know Fortnite wasn't the first to do a battle pass or a season pass, but it was definitely first popularized there. And Call of Duty thinking they need to follow this monetizing strategy is a bit weird, you know what I mean? But if it's giving us all this free content, then I mean, I guess you're not obligated to buy anything, but that's the start of the problem. But let's take a look at it this way. With the start of Modern Warfare 2019, how they started releasing new guns into the game was through the battle pass, and you were able to unlock those guns in season by doing challenges or collecting XP to collect battle pass tokens. And if you weren't able to get them in the battle pass that season, they were put in the armory. So no one was locked out of anything. Everyone has a chance to get the new items, which is really cool because I remember back in the day, I was the only person out of my friend group to not have the Peacekeeper in Black Ops 2 because for some reason, maybe my PlayStation was cursed. If you game shared the DLC with anybody, which I was the recipient of the game sharing, so I game shared from a friend of mine, you didn't get the Peacekeeper unlocked. I had the DLC and all the maps, I just didn't have the gun. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, I was that kid that was locked out of using the Peacekeeper in my own home. The Peacekeeper Mark II came to Black Ops 3 and I also never unlocked that too, so that's unfortunate. Damn, I never realized how many guns I never got to unlock in Black Ops 3. Thank the Lord I got a PC. Anyway, with the start of Modern Warfare 3, we started to get these really cool attachments that we were able to unlock to put on a good majority of our guns called aftermarket parts to change up the guns in little cool ways. You want faster fire? Go right ahead. You want a double barrel shoot 2 bullets in a horizontal line? You go right ahead. ahead. Do you want adaptive triggers? You go right ahead. There was something for everyone, and the fact that these aftermarket parts you have to unlock them by doing challenges instead of just getting XP made them so much more fun. You can see what challenges you're going to go through before you get into the game and then plan accordingly, since you know everybody else is going to be doing those challenges. And let's be real, you're going to want to use it before the balance patch comes out. Once we get a new one, they instantly nerfed the last one, and while it was a cheap gimmick to keep everyone on the game, but it was fun. It gave a sense of community, and it was actually fun to get on to do these challenges every week. I don't remember how Activision and Sledgehammer used to release these aftermarket parts. I believe there was one every week, and then at the end of week 8 you were able to get a camo or something. I think that's how it works. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then when we started getting deep into seasons into this game, wow, that sounds wrong, we started getting shit like the Bao 27, and we were finally able to make our Obsidian Steed class from back in the day if you weren't able to get that from the supply drops. We got one of the most iconic snipers from Infinite Warfare, the Quick Bow, as an attachment to whatever sniper this was called, as an homage to the fact that most people weren't able to get that sniper. It truly felt like a modern game. The maps were reused, yes, and hell, they even started putting maps from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3, which I personally didn't mind. I think the Farm 18 map on Modern Warfare 3 is great. You can actually move around here. And I think the biggest thing that kept me coming back to this game is just the camos, man. Interstellar, Borealis, the custom event camos we got for this year, goodness gracious, look at these are so good. These are some of the coolest camos I've ever seen in any Call of Duty. These camos can actually pass as mastery camos, they look so damn good. And how did you unlock them, my dear viewer? By just playing the game. I know, right? Crazy. All you have to do is just do your challenges. Well, the challenges when the game was actually active. Do your weekly challenges. How that was set up was every time you did your challenges for a specific week, you got a new aftermarket part, and at the end of that week, we normally got a camo for it. And these camos, man, boy, these were some good ass camos. Now let's take a look at this UI for a second. The user interface. This game has had all of its updates and stuff like that. This game isn't getting any more updates. This is how the game looks. Now I don't have any personal footage of how this game looked when it first came out. I'm pretty sure it's something similar. If not, I will definitely throw a video from somebody else of what the game looked like when the game first came out. But if you guys remember Modern Warfare 2's horrid ass Hulu design, yeah, this is insanely better. Yeah, this Hulu ass design was never good for the Call of Duty franchise, and I'm glad it seems to be going away. Ever since Black Ops 4, characters have just been standing in what seems to be an armory house or in fucking purgatory. What is going on here? Please tell me the people that made this UI either got placed into another department and or got fired. I know that sounds disrespectful, but how did Hulu workers end up at Activision? These games gameplay wise, like I said, in my opinion, that's a lot of words, has the best gameplay this series has felt since 2019. The movement in 2019 was amazing and it felt right up to standard. Not on the level of G-sliding in Black Ops 3, but we don't have jetpacks anymore, so I guess I can't use that comparison. Now the big issue for me with Modern Warfare 3 was the reuse of the original 2009 maps. The game really didn't start to feel original until like Season 2, Season 3 when we started getting some original Modern Warfare 3 maps, but I also feel like that sentiment was carried by the older generation of Call of Duty players. I mean, I grew up and played all of these maps from its release, and I've been playing Call of Duty since I was 4 years old. But since over the years I only saw these maps in sniping montages and gameplay commentaries, because when I had my own systems, I had every single Call of Duty game at the time except for Modern Warfare 2. I honestly wasn't all that upset to hear that these maps were going to be coming back. Yeah, it's annoying that, you know, Call of Duty has just relied on remakes, but let's be real, the last time I saw these maps I was like 7. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I didn't get into playing Call of Duty online until like Modern Warfare 3 came out. Actually, I lied, I played a little bit of Black Ops 1, but Modern Warfare 3 was when I got my own account and started playing by myself. Black Ops 1 I had to use Big Bro's account, you know. I was just about hitting my 21st birthday and a few months from this game's release date. That's a huge margin from the last time I played those maps, not including any remakes if those maps got remade at all. I know Rust got remade in Infinite Warfare, but that was also another Call of Duty I didn't play because I'm not gonna lie, I low-key didn't ask for it. Zombies Chronicles was still brand new at the time and I low-key didn't give a f about COD 4 Remastered, I'm not gonna lie. Let's be real here, if no one made a big deal that these maps were from a game that came out 17 years ago, I don't think a majority of people would even notice. I mean, we can clearly see that they market this game for children. I'm pretty sure even they know most of their fan base didn't even know these maps existed. Think about it, all of the maps that they remastered recently have been nothing short of favorite maps that we enjoyed growing up. They keep trying to recycle what we enjoyed because it worked for us. So while the OG players can keep getting annoyed because we keep getting Shipment and Nuketown every other Call of Duty game, I guarantee you there is at least somebody out there that has never played a Call of Duty game before. And these are the maps that hooked us, so who knows? It can probably hook them. In my opinion, that explains why it's so easy for them to keep bringing these maps back. I call this era of life the nostalgia era. Nowadays, even if you're tired of seeing the same shit plastered down our timelines, or developers regurgitating the same thing towards us, at the end of the day, there is always one person that knows no better than a fan, and will always want to check this out for themselves. And I mean, has it been working? Nah, not really. One could say Modern Warfare 3 was trying to revive the Call of Duty community by bringing back all those maps. It even brought back a whole bunch of classic game modes like War, Gun Game, Sticks and Stones. Hell, I think there's a whole party game mosh pit now. Stuff that was, you know, standard back in Black Ops 1. It's something that we have to celebrate now because... yeah. Cutthroat though, I've said this before. I'm not sure if this is an original creation, but this is my favorite Call of Duty game mode of all time. It's a 3v3v3 gunfight style game mode with nothing but gunplay, unless you're really good with throwing knives. Unlike 2v2 gunfight, you don't have any preset classes. You get to choose what classes you want to go to. So while it might be pretty toxic nowadays because everyone just runs reclaimers, I really love this game mode, and I honestly wish it came back in Black Ops 6, and it's looking like it's not going to. Honestly, if they bring Cutthroat back in one of the last seasons of Black Ops 6, I'm not even going to be surprised. I can honestly say so much good about this game's multiplayer in my opinion, but I honestly forgot this video was about Black Ops 6, so...
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Yeah, I legit can't tell you what went wrong with this game. This game started off so strong. The absolute opposite of what happened with Modern Warfare 3. Everyone felt like we were so back, and to a degree, we really were. Multiplayer felt as good as ever. The Omni movement took a little getting used to, but ultimately I think it's a good change. Hell, it makes older Call of Duty titles a little harder to go back to, just because I'm so used to how the gameplay feels now. Season 1 of Black Ops 6 came out, and we were blessed with content that delivered. 5-ish new maps and a variant of Nuketown. We got 5 brand new weapons, and the game was just in an overall better state than Modern Warfare 3 during its Season 1. Hell, Modern Warfare 3 took damn near the whole year to get anywhere close to the level of players Black Ops 6 had during launch. But then they just let it go. Now, the huge elephant in the room is Activision, or I really hope it's not Treyarch, were exposed for using generative AI for their games, and well, that just sucks, doesn't it? We're paying top dollars for these games and they're being made by robots. Humans putting in word prompt, get that out of here. Respect real artists, and this is coming from someone who doesn't draw. I compare it to making a YouTube video, because as soon as I notice a YouTube video is AI, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. That goes for YouTube shorts and YouTube videos, and that's what bothers me, because there was no type of disclosure as to what the generative AI was used for. Hell, they wouldn't have even told us that AI was used in the game if it wasn't for Steam pretty much forcing all developers to disclose if AI were used or not. Steam had to force the truth out of Activision that they were using AI after basically going silent after getting called out from it. That is insane. $70 for this shit, by the way. $70. Y'all see this right here? This COD HQ? Don't be surprised when this eventually turns into the official COD launcher and this is the only way to play COD on PC. I was already thinking about switching to Linux anyway. If this happens, this gives me one good reason not to play Call of Duty anymore. I'm so deadass. After Black Ops 6 got exposed for using generative AI, they just kept doing it. This company is worth millions and we have to pay for these, by the way. I wish Activision cared about holiday events like how they cared about 420. This is just horrid, man. What happened to the game I loved? I've never seen a Call of Duty lose its sense of self like this. This game lost like half of its player base in like 6 months. Yes, this game is only 6 months old and this game feels like it's been out for 3 years. Leaks already started coming out about the next Call of Duty game and the COD cycle will just continue yet again. It sucks because I honestly put way more time into this game than I honestly should have, because deep down I grew up with this franchise, man, and I'll always enjoy turning on Call of Duty just to gun down people, as this series has been known for. And honestly, you can still do that. I just wish I was able to have a genuine experience with it nowadays, but I can't help but give it anything more than a 5 out of 10 solely for the fact that they use AI and tried hiding it from us until they were forced to give disclosure. I spent 120 of my hard-earned dollars on this game thinking it was going to be similar to Modern Warfare 3 with content coming every week. If not aftermarket parts, how about camos? We already have this universal camo system, and I mean, you can technically put Modern Warfare 3 camos on Black Ops 6 weapons in Warzone if you know what you're doing. There's always a yin to the yang with these two games. Whichever one game excels at, the other one does rather poorly. Take TTK for example. I actually prefer the 150 health because the weapons fire so damn fast nowadays. If you're using a slower weapon, you're getting out TTK'd every time, getting killed from people in places you can't even see, and constantly getting killed from someone you have no chance of fighting back against isn't good gunplay, it's just fucking annoying. Sometimes you can start shooting someone and they still kill you, that good old shoot first and die. We are now in Season 3 Reloaded in Black Ops 6, and I understand that there are so many guns in the world. You're gonna see repeating guns in every Call of Duty, that's just how it is. But the mother Spectre from Black Ops 1, who asked for this? And because it was once a weapon nobody used, you bet your damn marbles it's really good in this game. I find it kind of poetic that the Call of Duty we were all low-key excited for ended up being low-key ass, and the one we expected nothing more from ended up being better than most people give it credit for. This game gets an extra point in my opinion just because there hasn't been any AI usage from what I know. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm strongly against AI, at least when it comes to stuff we have to pay for. I'm at a crossroad when it comes to Black Ops 6 because I genuinely don't think this game is bad. I like to believe behind all the AI mandates, there's a genuine team of Call of Duty developers that want to make the best Call of Duty that they can. It's just that Activision won't let them. Look, I know a good number of you are just waiting to say, you know there are other games, right? And that's a fantastic way to segment into this last section of the video. Besides Sonic, what other games would you like to see on the channel? Sonic is just what I default to and what I know how to talk about. I'm honestly thinking about bringing back Let's Plays for real. The whole point of my YouTube channel was just to talk about the games I already play. And I am low-key trying to grow this Steam library. I need something to pass down to my kids. I did a lot of research for this video. And by research, I mean trying my hardest to find what I was talking about to throw it on screen. I didn't stockpile game footage for these games because I don't upload videos of these games as nearly as I used to. But I did want to talk about this in grave detail because of the stats we got about this game. As of now, May 2025, we have 2 million less people playing Call of Duty than we did a couple of years ago. 2 million is a huge number, no matter how hard the company tries to spin it. 2 million people? Let's do some basic math here. If 2 million extra players are not spending money or whatever the fuck this is, that's a huge punch to any company, which probably explains why this skill-based matchmaking feels so much stricter now. I didn't even get into skill-based matchmaking in this video. If I do, this video is going to be like 4 hours, so I'll talk about that another day. I really wonder why they let this game go out this way. This game has so much fire behind it, and it feels like a story we're just going to have to chalk it up to poor management. I'm not trying to sound pessimistic, as the cool kids will say, but I have no more faith in Black Ops 6. It seems like they just don't care anymore, so honestly, why should I? I don't think I'm the correct crowd for Call of Duty anymore. I'm not sure where I've heard this from, but I heard someone say Black Ops 6 is like the TikTokification of Call of Duty, i.e. a game for people with low attention spans, and I mean, they're not wrong. And the homie will tell you a joke, but he'll never tell you a lie. Hell, with how small most of the maps are in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if firing range was considered a medium-sized map. I just feel rather odd that they let this game with such momentum go, and I really hope this isn't a strike at the customer because we don't want AI in our video games. There's a strange correlation between this game dipping in quality right after it is exposed that they were using AI. It's like they went, well, they know now. Y'all don't gotta be here anymore, and they just went all out with it. At the end of the day, this video might have sounded harsh, especially towards the end, but I know I don't have to play these games, and honestly, I'm not banking on Call of Duty to pay my bills. I'm just talking about the product I bought, and let's be real here, the only people that don't have a problem with this are the fanboys and kids, so I hope all of you in the comment section have brains. This is a billion-dollar company with a B making changes to affect the way you and I play our favorite video games, what we spend our money on, and ultimately testing how loyal we decide to stay to these companies. Activision knows they have a fan base willing to ride for whatever title has these 3 words on the cover, but I'm here to tell you at this very moment, you're being taken advantage of. I, as a customer, have been getting taken advantage of. Good luck trying to refund the next Call of Duty whenever it comes out if you don't like it, because COD HQ logs the apps of 4 active games at the moment. I think I reached that level of maybe I just need to put the controller down and find new games to play. And I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. If you guys want to see me actually play Call of Duty, I have my previous Modern Warfare video on my channel. Yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. God bless you all, and I'll see you next time.